There's a lot of career advice out there, and some of it is actually preventing you from getting hired. So today I'll let you know one piece of popular career advice that you should not follow and what you should do instead. But first, hey, it's Sarah, and I wanted to pop in with a quick celebration. I wanted to share that Tessa from Career Strategy Lab got hired at Wells Fargo as a content designer and secured a 178% salary increase from her previous role in administration. As a career switcher, Tessa was able to leverage her previous experience and got hired into an awesome role and bypassed junior roles. Prior to joining Career Strategy Lab, Tessa said that in 3 years of applying to roles, she applied to about 400 jobs and only had 4 interviews. But with Career Strategy Lab, her job search only took 23 days, and she only applied to 11 jobs before she got hired. We are so excited for this next step in your career, Tessa. Okay, back to the episode. Most career advice tells you to keep applying to jobs and eventually you'll get more interviews. You've probably heard people say things such as, keep applying, eventually it'll work out. You just have to work the numbers. If at first you don't succeed, keep applying. Okay, let's hit pause for a moment. Why would you keep applying if you haven't received an interview after 30, 50, 100 or more roles applied to? It makes no sense. This is a giant red flag that something is wrong with either your resume or your LinkedIn, or that you're not honestly qualified for the jobs you're applying to. That's the thing that most people don't take into account when they tell you to keep applying. So I'm here to tell you today that you should not play the numbers game in your career. And I'll give you an alternative strategy that's helped my clients in Career Strategy Lab get hired at companies including Blue Origin, Wells Fargo, IBM, Talkspace, and more. Okay, so back to the topic for today. Why you're not going to play the numbers game in your job search. The numbers game is not a strategy. It's a recipe for burnout, and it sets you up for a lot of rejection and a lot of time spent finding and applying to jobs. Think about it. The more jobs you apply to, the more likely you are going to face rejection. It's like just math. And the more jobs you apply to, the more likely you're applying to jobs that maybe are not actually a fit for what you're looking for, because you're just trying to find more jobs to apply to. If you aim to apply to 10 jobs a week because that's what you read in some article or tweet or something, then there's a really strong chance the jobs you do apply to don't meet all the criteria of what your ideal job really is. And there's a risk that if you do get a job offer, you'll quickly realize it's not the right job for you. Another problem with applying to tons of jobs is that you probably won't have time to customize your resume and cover letter for each job you apply to because you're too busy finding more jobs to apply to. In a previous episode where I had the interviews with hiring managers, we heard that customizing your resume and cover letter for each role can increase the chances you'll stand out. By tailoring your resume to highlight the skills and experience in the job description and using your cover letter to connect the dots between your prior experience and the role you want, you will stand out. In fact, Amy Thibodeau, head of creative at Gusto, does a lot of hiring, and she estimates only 10% of candidates include a cover letter. I've had plenty of people involved in hiring also say that they do read cover letters. So why not take a chance and include a cover letter next time you apply? Cover letters are not dead. Here's the thing though, you can only do this If you stop focusing on the quantity of jobs applied to and instead focus on applying to fewer jobs, but more of the right jobs for you and creating quality application materials. I know this is so counter to what you've heard from so many other people. However, this stuff works. In my Career Strategy Lab program, we teach this exact job search strategy, the whole less is more thing, and our candidates get hired on average in 3.5 months after joining the program. And honestly, many have been hired in less than 60 days. So if you're currently applying to jobs, do an experiment and focus on applying to fewer jobs and take the extra time you'll have to customize your resume to the role and create a cover letter that connects the dots. And if you're not searching for a job right now, maybe send this episode to a friend who is, so they can try this out for themselves. All right, that is all for today, my friends. Repeat after me or write these 2 phrases down on a sticky note so you do not forget them. I will not play the numbers game in my job search, and I will not gamble with my career. All right, I'm Sarah Doody, founder and CEO of Career Strategy Lab, and this has been my counterintuitive advice for your job search that, if you put it into practice, will help you stand out. But don't take it from me. Try it for yourself and see how this makes a difference. If this content has been helpful, please consider leaving a review, clicking the like button, leaving a comment, or sharing this resource with other people that you think could find value in it. You are always welcome to learn more about Career Strategy Lab by visiting careerstrategylab.com. Or if you want to learn more about my thoughts and tips on the job search, check out my YouTube channel. It's at Sarah Doody. Or head over to my Twitter, also Sarah Doody. Instagram, I'm Sarah Doody UX. And you can search for me on LinkedIn just by my name, Sarah Doody. All right, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.